Welcome to Canada's Social Changemakers. My name is Justin Douglas, and today we're here with Cindy Tessier-Trudeau and Julien Corrado, creators of Livart, a multidisciplinary art center located in Montreal. This unique not-for-profit center hosts exhibitions, events, workshops, art classes, and studio space. Thank you guys for being here. So it's all been converted from a church into art spaces.
Not the church is next door, and this is the old presbytery, so where the priests used to live.
Oh, okay. And it's all been converted now into the art center.
Exactly.
So what does the center include?
Yeah, so there's the gallery, the studios, we have an art school, and we have a venue as well.
You guys are almost a year old, first of all, congratulations on your almost 1 year anniversary.
Thank you.
But how did this place manifest over the last year? Where did the idea come from originally, and how did you get from the idea to here?
So we got the building in 2009, so it's an old story. It started with, first of all, it started with the building. It was kind of a love story with my family and the building. So we got the building, and then we were trying to find a way to, I guess, give it back to the community and have it accessible to the public. And it was kind of complicated to do a project here because you had to go to the city and go through many different steps. So the idea, we had it in 2013 with Sylvain Tremblay. We actually met him buying his studio to move our business office there.
Okay.
So he was in transit to move to Dubai, and he needed a space to work for a couple months. So we said, well, we have a building that you could use, and he was the first artist to have his studio here, and he never left.
And just took off from there.
So yeah.
And that's before the Livart was renovated.
Right.
So it was very, very dark here, and it started with Sylvain, and then slowly there were more artists who were like, hey, we would need a space. Yeah. And so it immediately kind of became a hub for different artists and different, mostly visual artists.
Okay.
And that's actually when we came in too. I came to see Cindy and I was like, I need a jam space. She said, well, take one of the basements.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Let's talk a little bit about just you guys individually for a second, and then we'll come back to what the center does and the space and the artists. But
cool.
Give us a little background about each of you guys and how you got involved in the art scene.
For myself, just as a child, instead of doing soccer or swimming lesson, I was always doing art and painting. I went to CEGEP. I went in school just because in visual arts, just because I always had interest in that. But then I became a nurse, and
you became a nurse.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Has nothing to do with it. I traveled a lot, and then I slowly got back to my family business, and I took over some of the buildings we own, and we had this one, and I developed the project and.
Wow.
I just use the nursing skills at home with my kids.
We went to school together in CEGEP. I know Mark since I'm 5 years old.
Mark is the co-creator.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I actually went to business school. Didn't really like it. I've played drums my whole life, music. I come from a long lineage of drummers and musicians.
Okay.
And so business school really wasn't for me. And then Cindy always was inspirational because she always has ideas, always has projects, and what's cool is like she'll think of something and then do it. And then you go like, okay, did this work, did it not work? On to the next thing. And I think it's very important in a creative process to not only think about it, but actually do it.
Yeah.
And then look back on it and do some more. So.
Great, and now what is your role here? We know Cindy is sort of the executive director of the Livart space now, and what do you do at the center?
I like to think myself as a right-hand man. Everything from taking care of the building, taking care of the different artists, make sure rent is paid, make sure it's clean, make sure the events run smoothly, and just try to overall develop the whole center. And
Great.
It being not a year old, like I said, to look back on what we've done and build on that.
Great. So are you registered now as
a non-profit,
not-for-profit art center? Is that
exactly.
how it's
The way Cindy explained it to me is this being an old presbytery, it was un lieu de culte, so a place where people would come and be together, whether in prayer or as families, or and taking this building over, I think the goal was to keep it that way, to have an influx of different people, different backgrounds, different culture, and have it be, you know, a place where people get together. And arts is, I think, a great way to do that. And I think it's cool, it being a multidisciplinary art building. So we have the venue, so there's a lot of music, there's a lot of dancing. In the gallery, there's visual art, there's sculpting, there's drawing, there's, you know, whatever you want. And it's just a fun way to keep the community alive. So we have kids coming in, we have older people, people of all walks of life. So it's just fun to be around people.
Oh, that's great. Let's talk about the programs a little bit, because you have, first of all, the gallery. So who are the artists that you would showcase in the gallery? How do you find them? How do they find you?
In the past year, we have tried many different ways to find the artists and build the shows. We did the group shows, so we just sent an open call for a proposal, and then the artists propose their work. We always pick a team, and then we build a jury with 4 people, myself and Mark. So, for example, the last exhibition had as a team transformation. We had 100 artists that proposed their work.
Oh wow!
And then we
congratulations, that's a lot.
Yeah, that was great. And then we all sit down together one night and we pick the artist and we build a show with this. So last time we had 100 and we picked 20 artists.
Oh, wow.
And what's cool is it's not just Cindy and Mark, they actually pick different people. So they're there and they pick different people. So let's say someone who knows, like a curator, and also someone who has never done it before. So it's kind of a way to bring people into the art world and show them that it's not just a snooty, very elite world. It's kind of like, art for all, and show people this is how we go about it, and there's no right or wrong way.
Were they all Montreal artists, or sort of from the province, across the board?
All over.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, that's
all
great.
over the place.
Good. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, the idea is with the board we have people from different fields, and like Julien said, at first the people arrive and they say they can't pick, or they don't have a right to say their opinion, and they're shy about it. But it's the opposite that we want to create. Is everybody is equal, everybody has their
taste
or taste. And
so when you're talking about the community involvement aspect, how do you involve the community? How do you bring them in? And what are they allowed to sort of see in the spaces?
Well, one thing that really struck me is from the beginning, Cindy always invites people to get lost in the building, which is, usually, especially in today's day and age, you have security guards, you have a lot of rules, and Cindy's always saying, go get lost in the building, go see for yourself, and then we'll see you when you come back. So people get to see not only the art exhibit, but we invite the artists upstairs to keep their doors open, and a lot of them do. So you kind of see the creative process of everyone, and everyone's different, and everyone has a different way of going about it. But by getting lost here, you get to see the room for yourself, and you just feel how old the building is and how many people must have come in and out of here, and it just has a life of its own. So we're kind of just ambassadors of the place. And
that's a cool way to describe it. You guys also have the art school component, so do you want to talk about that a little bit?
we have classes for kids and for adults. It's usually semesters of 10 classes. We're also having live model sessions every Wednesday night.
Oh wow! And anyone can come. Do you sign up beforehand?
No, it's walk-ins.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
What a great opportunity for people. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's also, we have people from the outside. We have also artists from upstairs that come and do the class.
Even some of our colleagues too.
Oh great!
Yeah.
So you have the art school, you have the gallery, and then you also have studio artist space. So do you want to talk about that component a little bit?
And the venue downstairs.
And the venue downstairs. Both. Talk about both.
So the studios, they're upstairs. So there's 12 visual artists who are residents here.
Not only visual.
Not only visual? Well, no, there's downstairs, there's the sound soundscape molding, so
Okay.
musicians. In the second basement, so we don't bother anybody. We can play whenever we want.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. What's cool for me as a musician is to be around visual artists, because you get to bridge a gap between making sound and seeing what it is that you're feeling. And what's cool is not only do we invite people, who come in to walk around, but artists walk around too, and you get to meet different people. And it's a very rich environment for creation.
That's really interesting.
And the idea with the exhibition, the studios, everything is to mix people and to bring them together. So a musician with a visual artist, or a visual artist that is still in school with a visual artist that has 20 years behind him. And it's the same thing with the exhibition. You have somebody that's going to showcase on a wall. There's going to be the students and the
master,
yeah. And everybody's together from one country to the other. And in the opening nights, it's really interesting to see people from all ages, all cultures, all background.
Wow.
So it's really to have everybody together, and so that's for the artists, but it's also for the customers and the people that are going to come in. We want everybody to feel welcome here, and everybody's at the same level, even if you have a master degree in art history, or you're just...
You like to draw on a
Yeah.
Saturday morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you've been here for almost a year, as we've said. What have been some of the challenges so far over the last year?
The biggest challenge is to have people to come in.
Yeah.
Once the people
Walk in,
then I guess we have won them, I hope. But it's really to have them, because it's an impressive building. There's not much ads, or it's very sober from the outside, and it's impressive. And there's stairs, so you're not sure, can you go in? Is it free? Is it open? If by the window you see it's an art gallery, but often the commercial gallery, you feel not really at your place. You don't know that you can just go there and sit in a corner, drink your coffee, and you're going to be welcome there.
That's true.
So it's
Yeah. And how are you starting to get that word out a little bit? Because it does seem like people are catching on. You're starting to get a little bit more media exposure. People are.
Well, it only having been a year, I think it's normal that we feel like, okay, we want to bring more people in, and I think we've had many different events, from music launches to book launches to exhibits to a solo exhibit or collective exhibits. So I think the word is slowly getting out there, and now our goal is to make sure that people know that we're open, and kind of put our mission out there, and let people know that they're more than welcome to come here.
That's great, because for only being here for 1 year to already have such an established place, because Saint Denis Street, where we are right now, has really changed over the last few years, and you guys are helping to really reinvigorate this area and bring back a community feel to this area.
And we're very thankful to Cindy and Mark for doing so, because for so many years this is basically kind of like the artist hub of Montreal, Le Plateau, or so it was known, and with all the construction and everything, it really dipped. And to have this project take place here is so cool. And everyone who walks in, we have people who used to come here when they were kids, when it was the church, who are so, they're in awe with what has become this building. And like Cindy said, anyone who walks in kind of falls in love with the place. It sells itself. It looks.
I did.
It's yeah. So I mean, right now it's just more events, and try to figure out a way to get people to just come in.
So thank you both so very much, Cindy Tessier-Trudeau, Julien Corrado. We are at the Livart Center in downtown Montreal. If you'd like some more information, you can find them online at livart.com. Please come check out their space. It is a beautiful building, and they're doing a great job creating some community art in the city. So thank you guys again so much.
Thank you very much.